Only on 4 tonight as we gear up for our Hunger-Free Summer Donations Drive Wednesday. A local teacher tells us how the food bank saved her life. She was a college graduate, single mom, but down on her luck. Here's CBS 4's Marcy Martinez with her story.
I actually had my bachelor's. I did not have employment, but I did have a degree and I was hungry. So I went to the food bank in San Marcos.
With a baby at home, the once single mother found herself with a great education from Texas State University, but without food to eat and to feed her child. Dalinda Alcantar felt ashamed.
That was really hard for me, to say the least, really hard. And but I was hungry, and so was my son.
But after standing in that food bank line and having enough vegetables to mash and freeze into baby food for weeks, Alcantar learned a lesson she would never learn in a classroom. There is nothing to be embarrassed about when you're down on your luck.
It's something that if I didn't have that, I don't know what my narrative now would be. And so that's a big part of my story, I feel like.
And it was the assistance of the local food bank that got her through the worst of times.
And if it wasn't for that food bank, I think I would have lost, hopeless. You know, I would have just been hopeless otherwise.
Now she's a teacher in the Valley and finds herself bringing snacks for students who are hungry and always puts together money to make sure she can help anyone who comes to her for a meal. She's been where they are, and she knows how her students can be negatively affected when their parents cannot afford to put meals on the table at home.
A lot of people don't realize that if a kid comes to school hungry, then they can't learn, and it's not going to be effective learning and effective instruction because they're hungry.
Dalinda is married with 2 children now, and the little boy she held in her arms at the food bank all those years ago is in middle school and doesn't even know the struggles his mom endured.
He doesn't know a lot of that, but he does know that he knows that mama gives back, with her time and with everything, because there's a story and a narrative there, and I do explain to him the importance of serving our community.
She will tell him their story one day if it means teaching him about humility and the importance of paying it forward.
God always provided, and I will share with him when I kind of feel like if he doesn't feel compelled to help, then I will remind him.
Take the bag.
CBS 4 News, Azteca America, and Wild 104 are joining forces June 15th to do just that for the food bank RGV, and we are asking the public for monetary donations that day to keep the shelves stocked in the Valley and to keep students fed throughout the summer months when school is out. Dalinda knows that a student who isn't hungry and doesn't have to worry about where their next meal comes from is a productive student, and their future can be that much brighter when they do well in school. She says the lesson is simple. Give and you will receive. Even if what you get in return is a smile and a thank you, you've made a world of difference for a child in need.
Moms and dads need to look at every child in need as their own child. How would I feel if that was my child?
In FAR, I'm Marcy Martinez, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.
And Dalinda is now a teacher in Edinburgh, and she is also an entrepreneur. It's estimated that 47% of the children in the Valley live in poverty. You can help us to keep food shelves stocked. That way children in the Valley won't go hungry, especially during the summer months. Tomorrow, join CBS 4, Azteca America, Wild 104, and the Food Bank RGV. We will be broadcasting throughout the day from our CBS studios and from Wild 104 studios with the Mojo Morning Show, taking your monetary donations over the phone, which will benefit a food program that will go directly to children. Let's make this a hunger-free summer for the kids.